I hope you had a great weekend. I wanted to reach out and update you on some of the proactive things that we are doing at Green Ocean Property Management to keep all of our units rented as well as rent being paid. There are many uncertainties in everybody's life, whether it is the universities bringing back students in the fall, people having jobs, or overall keeping healthy. Over communication, being understanding, and having empathy has been essential to keeping everything going smoothly. In a time where most industries have shut down, property management is at its busiest. My staff and I are constantly trying to find new ways to help and improve the rental situation for everyone. Our jobs as property managers on the highest level is to 1. Ensure rent is collected and bills are paid. 2. Keep units rented and occupied. And 3. Maintain the property in a safe and habitable condition. In this video, I'm going to cover some of our efforts that have proven successful recently. In regards to rent collection, I'm proud to say that we've collected 100% of our rents for all the units for the month of April. We've been able to accomplish this by 1. Sending proactive emails out prior to the first of the month to all our residents, reminding them that rent's due, and should they foresee any issues or delays in payments, to please reach out to us and set up a time to discuss. 2. For anybody who does set up a time to discuss, we hear their current situation, as well as ask them when they think they would be able to pay their rent. And if necessary, we allow delay payments with the contingency that we collect some, if not most of it, when it's originally due. Lastly, we ask that they stay in communication with us should they have any future issues. Overall, we have fielded dozens of phone calls over the past month explaining that rent is not going to be forgiven, but rather we would work with them should they need it. And the feedback and numbers have proven successful so far. In regards to rental availability and the marketing of properties, renting of available units overall has been difficult. And there's been more units on the market than in previous years due to the inability to show. Fortunately, we've been able to get many of our units renewed or rented prior to the epidemic. But for the units that we weren't able to, we've taken the following steps to try to eliminate availability. 1. We're communicating constantly, sometimes multiple conversations a week, with the current tenants to try to get them to renew, as this would be the best case scenario for everybody. We offer open communication with them regarding their renewal rates, as well as working with them to find sublets and roommate substitutions. For any units confirmed leaving, we are offering them gift cards to take video recordings of their units so that we can use them for prospective renters, as well as offering them cash incentives should they do a real-time virtual tour and it results in the unit being rented. Our highest level of success has come from our 3D tours that have allowed prospective renters to virtually walk through the apartment. These are not always possible, as some of the residents aren't allowing access to record them. In addition to working with the current tenants to get them to renew, making these virtual 3D tours accessible to prospective renters, we're offering other agents additional incentives to rent our units, reviewing the market and general availability on a daily basis. I'd like to offer you some of the marketing suggestions that some of our landlords, including myself, are trying a mix of to get their units rented at this time. 1. No last month's rent for move-in. 2. Offering to pay some of the fee if not all of it, i.e. 1 month's fee. Offering a partial free month. Lowering rent to even previous year's pricing just to get the unit rented this year, then readjusting next year. They say a bird in the hand is worth more than 2 in the bush. If you currently have availability, we'll be reaching out to you to discuss the different options, put together a game plan. You're always welcome to reach out to me or any of my staff members to set up a time to chat, as we want to make sure that all our units are rented prior to the turnover dates. In regards to maintenance, due to the governor in most cities stating only essential repair and work is to be done, there's been a decline in repair requests. This is good in the sense of minimizing expenses. However, we do expect an influx of maintenance requests once this all calms down. Our maintenance teams and vendors are still on call and have been handling urgent requests, and we have been taking precautionary health measures for both our staff and the residents should visits and repairs be necessary. Overall, tenants have been more than understanding and cooperative, and we're going to continue to monitor the properties and be aware of the repair guidelines set by the different cities. My general insight on everything going on is that, like everything else in the world, it too shall pass. There's always a silver lining, even though it may not be known at this point. However, we have to stay positive and focus on the things that we can do, not the things that we can't. As mentioned, there's a lot of uncertainty. However, the one thing you can be certain of is that my staff and I are going to be working hard to keep your rent coming in, your properties occupied and maintained, but most importantly, doing whatever we can to communicate with your residents and you and keep you updated during these unprecedented period. We thank you for the opportunity to take care of you, your residents, and your property. Should there be anything my staff and I can do for you, please just let me know. Thank you again.